Hello and welcome back. We are now about to start our third tribal council, and I think for the first time ever, when I said 5 minutes, I actually was accurate and meant for all of you. Behind me. Okay, and now we've experienced our first dead zone of this tribal council, so we're still workshopping, clearly. Um, let's see. So behind me is Cutler. They will be filing in momentarily, so let's turn around and get set and ready.
Come on in, Cutler.
All right, and in comes Taylor, Matt, Joelle, David, Brianna, Amanda, and Cam with the Cutler Tribe flag. Everyone getting settled into Tribal Council for the very first time.
Cutler, welcome to Tribal Council. This is your first time here where one of you will be the next voted out. So let's talk about yesterday, the Amazing Race trios. How did you think, Matt, for your performance yesterday in the Amazing Race, did that slow you down later in the day, or did it kind of fuel you to kind of be prepared for what was coming up next?
Well, I think we were all a little surprised that was the first challenge we kicked off with. We all signed up for Survivors, so I think we were not expecting that, but I ended up really liking it. I thought it was a great high energy way to kick off the day, and we got to see the town of Holton along the way. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I also got to meet people who are not on my tribe before getting back into the original basic tribe dynamics. So great way to start.
Yeah. And Amanda, when you were initially put in your groups of three, was there any discussion as to what those were? If you were going to be on the same tribe, going to be on separate tribes, how that was going to work?
Yes, we were trying to figure it all out, and then as we learned today, what was going to happen, yeah, we didn't know, so we just bonded immediately and said, let's just do this, and no matter what the circumstances are in, let's do it. So.
Yeah, I have a very specific question for Brianna. I see Brian over there was just voted out at the last tribal council. He was a part of your hunting party. How does that make you feel? Do you think you have a bigger target on your back because he's voted out, or a smaller target on your back? And how does that push your vote now?
Good question. I honestly didn't think of it as being a target on my back either way, like bigger or smaller. Seeing him, I was sad because Brian's a great player and everything. That was a little shocking. But yeah, I don't think I would say like, oh, I'm thinking about this target or that target. I don't think it influences my vote at all.
And David, same with you. BJ was voted out early this morning. How did you react to that? Were you upset about the vote out, knowing that one less member of your hunting party is one less chance for you to get back in the game if in case you're voted out?
Absolutely, I think it was a combination of that as well as we went through a lot yesterday. That was like we were talking about. We did not know that the Amazing Race would be an element of this. So I think having that experience, it was gonna hurt no matter what to have someone leave, especially someone from that experience. So I'm disappointed. And as for like a target, I hope not. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Let's talk about the challenge. Even though you guys did come in second place with 3 points, there was one standout, Joelle. My God, if you do that like on a daily basis, just mix random drinks and chug it, because man, that was amazing.
What can I say? I'm very big bagged. I love to eat. Okay. Anytime I make dinner with my partner, I scarf mine down in like 10 minutes, and I'm looking over at his like, "Are you gonna eat that?" And he just kind of gives me that. The only regret I have is the first round with the whoopee cushion. I should have inhaled that first before swallowing it down. But the hot dog was it had no chance.
Bringing the cup of hot dog over to you, I was like, there's no way anyone's doing this in under 10 seconds with the chunks. You were chewing it up. I'm pretty sure you almost swallowed the cup as well. Well done. Unfortunately, just a little short. So let's talk about this morning. Taylor, 38 degrees this morning was the low. how does that affect your gameplay? And were you able to sleep? Were you able to keep a fire going? How does that affect your mental state coming into today?
Well, I will say I planned poorly. My sleeping bag's a little too small, so like I'm like in there. So like I'm a sprawler, so I had a bit of a rough night. But honestly, like we had a fire going for most of the night. Like when it did die down and it got colder, I think most of us were already so tired from the first day that in the morning, you know, Amanda and I went to the bathroom and we came back and said, let's see if we can start a fire. And we got one going really quickly and we had it going until we had to leave camp. So I think that helped with the morale of everyone just slowly like arising from their cocoons because everyone was a cocoon. I didn't see faces. I just saw bodies in sleeping bags. And we all just we cooked rice for breakfast and we rallied, you know?
So full stomachs this morning, that's great.
Yeah.
That's nice. Very
Full
nice.
stomachs is true.
Yeah. Some rice in your stomachs this morning for sure. So Cam, after losing that challenge, what do you guys do next? I know the strategizing. How did that work? Was it individuals? Was it groups? Is there a consensus, or is it really all up in the air?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. This is the first time we've had to go from like learning where everyone came from and what their hobbies are and about their life story and kind of just trying to bond to like having to have real conversations. So, I mean, we did some speed dating, you know, different groups, make sure everyone had a chance to talk to everyone individually, maybe a group of 2 or 3, you know, things like that to make sure all ideas were heard. Ultimately, I feel like we're forward united as a group, and I think we've done that here. So I feel pretty confident in moving forward together as a unified group.
Does anyone feel like they've heard their names come out in this last hour or so of strategizing? Have they heard themselves be a potential target? No one's heard their name. Interesting. Okay, so you must all feel very safe right now. All right.
We are the Kumbaya tribe. we heard some whispers in the wind from another tribe calling us that, maybe in a mocking way, but we've embraced it. And, there's a lot of love here.
You know, it's only Kumbaya until you got to kick one person out. Yeah. You know, and I think that time is now. So let's go to the vote. Unless anyone else has anything else they'd like to say, plead their case, or anything else I might have missed. All right, let's start with you, Taylor.
All right, and as the players head away to behind this barn for our little tea time sesh. Let me do a light jog. And then I will flip the camera around once we're in place. All right. That's enough jogging for me. Okay, so, all right. Wow, check out this view, gorgeous. Okay, hi friends. What a time. Okay, so while the last tribe, Talos, had 2 kind of squares alliances, like 2 groups of 4, Color has embraced the triangle method, and there are so many different groups of 3s, there's 4s, there's 2s. It's a complete and total mess because everyone like feels like they're in good, but maybe they are and maybe they aren't, and it's like a whole thing. So, oh my god. Okay, so so how I'm gonna organize this. So, if you tuned in last night for the Survivor pop-up shop, we saw Taylor and Brianna be the ones to go shopping for their tribe. They had the most points, so they got, you know, the rice, the pot, the tarp, the rope. They also, oh, did they have the most points? Maybe they didn't. I don't know. Scratch that. But anyway, all I know is they were the only ones to take the Beware advantage. And the Beware advantage said that they had now become each other's predator and prey. So if either of them voted each other out this round, the other one would then get a hidden immunity idol. They both swore to each other that they would not do that to each other, that they would rather work together along with their group of 4, that they did not name the other 2 of that 4 last night, because that group would be more powerful than just one of them having a hidden immunity and the other one being out of the game. So they were like, let's, I want to burn it. Like, let's not tell anyone. They shook on that. However, Brianna is like pretty confident that Taylor won't bring it up or, keep it in mind for this vote. But of course doesn't know for sure. But Taylor and Brianna do seem to be not only a tight duo, but the duo that everyone else on the tribe almost seems to be gravitating towards. So we have David, who loves. David is like feels really tight with Brianna. We have Matt, who feels really tight to Brianna. We have So basically, all right. Let me back up. So I mentioned triangles and squares and lines and all that stuff. So we have Taylor and Brianna as a group of 4 with David and Cam. We have Taylor and Brianna as a triangle of 3 with David. We have Taylor and Brianna as a square with Matt and David. And then we have, I think, another triangle with Taylor, Brianna, and Matt. But there's more. There's also a square of Cam, Matt, Brianna, and Taylor. So there's a lot of different configurations, a lot of different groups of 4s, 3s, and pairs. However, if you noticed, you did not hear the names Joelle and Amanda in any of those configurations. So, yeah, which we will circle on back to. Okay. All right, so speaking of, we will circle back now because shapes. So basically, Amanda, okay. So basically, Amanda was going around telling people to vote for her. She was trying to like fall on her sword as a sacrificial lamb, so to speak. She was saying like, "Hey, put me down. I'll go to the hunting grounds. And then I'm gonna try and come back, and I'll still be Cutler strong. Like, no hard feelings. Like, we're gonna be good." Which is a choice, and that's interesting because David heard about all of this that Amanda was like, "Listen, it's me, whatever," and was like, "I'm fine with that. That's cool. Amanda can go." Whereas Cam heard about it and approached Amanda and said that he was willing to go to bat for Amanda and try to like make something happen if that's something that Amanda wanted. So Cam was like, "Hey, let's do something if you want. You let me know," because Cam is currently, he knows he's like kind of floating in this game. He does feel close to Brianna, Taylor, and David, but he's still trying to figure out who he like ultimately really is going to want to work with for the long haul in this game. So he was, potentially willing to do that with Amanda. I'm not sure if Amanda took that bait or that offer or not. Cam knew of Joelle from previous, but said that there was like no game talk coming from Joelle until this very round. So, yeah, so it's, so Cam's not sure if Joelle is going to be his person or not. Speaking of Joelle has also heard, of course, like also knows that Amanda has been saying this, but wishes she wasn't because Joelle is hoping to actually blindside someone else at this vote. Potentially Matt, because Joelle got like a weird vibe from Matt because Joelle actually talked game with Matt about like his kind of opinions on some of the players that are on their tribe, and then noticed that Matt immediately went to go talk to those people. So Joelle is so concerned that Matt is sharing his info, and also Joelle is being told that Matt is the vote. Matt is being told Joelle is the vote. Is like maybe like either a vote or a backup vote. Like it's one of the 2 names between Amanda and then either Matt or Joelle. And Matt is very concerned about this because Matt is not convinced that it's Joelle. Matt is worried that it's going to be him because so 5 of the 7 players went to the restroom this morning. They took a little trip to the barn and left Matt and Amanda back at camp. And then Matt was like, "Oh my God, I just let 5 people go in a group without me." And Matt is now worried that while the 5 were there, they came up with this plan to like say that it's Joelle, but it's actually Matt. So Matt doesn't know. Um, Let me see. I think that's almost everything here. I think, yeah, that was it. So that's basically all. Oh, sorry. One last thing. The reason that Matt, though, feels super close to Brianna right now is because even though Brianna's in all these alliances and like getting all this info, she is actually feeding a lot of it to Matt. So that's why Matt feels so good about her, and Brianna obviously feels good about him if she's gonna like share that info. So yeah, here we are. Okay, so yeah, let's go find out what's actually gonna happen now that we've theorized about it, because yeah. All right, I spy the votes. They are back, so let's head on back into Tribal Council. I'm gonna flip the camera around so that, so that y'all can see the players. Okay. All right. And prayer circle that the votes are read, not in a dead zone this time. Maybe third time will be the charm.
Has an advantage or an idol and you want to play it, now will be the time to do so. I'll read the votes. If I can open the box. First vote, Joelle. Second vote, Amanda. Third vote, Amanda. That's 2 votes Amanda, 1 vote Joelle. Fourth vote, Amanda. That's 3 votes Amanda. Fifth vote, Amanda. That's 4. That is enough. Please bring me your torch. So now comes the part where we find out if you raise the most money on your tribe and are safe for this tribal. Amanda, I'm sorry you did not raise the most money. The tribe has spoken. Time for you to go.
All right, and Amanda is gathering her belongings and will head out with us shortly for some time with the viewers. Amanda, we're gonna head on this way. You can make your way over to the bench.
One down. We'll wait for your next community challenge over here in the field. See you soon.
All right, so Amanda, this will be your time. You can get settled in on the bench. You can get comfortable. Take a little time to yourself, and then this is your time to just share with the viewers anything that you would like to share, any thoughts you have.
No, I completely understand. We talked about it a little bit, actually. We all decided that as a group that it made sense to, instead of taking, and we talked about our weaknesses and our strengths, and we decided that we were just going to like pick me, and then maybe they can bring me back. So it's a little strategizing on our own. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so that's about it. Hopefully you get to see everybody again, and hopefully everybody does a great job and continues on.
Amazing. So yes, you are going to be heading off to the hunting grounds shortly. However, you have gotten to play quite a bit of this game so far. An amazing race, a night in the freezing cold, and several intense challenges this morning. I'd love to know maybe something you're most proud of about your time out here so far.
I liked the rope. Yes, twisting up and around that and trying to get untangled and everything like that. That was a whole lot of fun. And the amazing race part. That was just being able to go through Holton and being able to like interact with the community and go through that race. That was pretty awesome starting out that way. Yes.
I love it. Well, thank you so much. Before I let you head on over to the hunting grounds, you are playing for a cause that is very worthy. So this is your chance to shout them out and let the viewers know who you're playing for.
Yes, Travis Mills Foundation. They're located in Belgrade Lakes. They're absolutely amazing, helping military families helping recalibrate veterans and helping families be together, and they're just an amazing organization. Please, if you ever get a chance to, whether it's donating or helping, they have a wish list page where you can select on it, and it has like things that you can just purchase for the families and for the veterans and for their foundation, or just if you can volunteer and help them at any time, please take a moment and go onto their page and seek that information out.
Incredible. Well, thank you so much. They have an excellent advocate in you. And so hopefully you will make your way to the hunting grounds and have the opportunity to get back in this game and maybe raise them some more money. So until then, I'm going to leave you with your handler, Ale. Thank you so much, Amanda. All right. All right, everyone. And with that, our first double tribal council is complete. I am pleased to say third time was the charm. Love that. Let me find out for you guys when we are going to be doing the next challenge. 1 second. Hang on. Do we know when we're doing the next challenge? Okay, great. Oh, I almost talked to you guys in this, but it's not a microphone. Okay, so we will be back live probably in the next 10 minutes. We already have most of the challenge set up. So, yeah, so tune in and we will see you there for another exciting tribal immunity challenge.